That's not just the sound of that first sip of Morning Joe. It's the sound of someone shopping for a car on Carvana from the comfort of home.
That's a good blend.
It's time to take it easy, like answering some easy questions to get pre-qualified for a car in minutes.
Talk about starting the morning right.
Just like customizing your terms so your car fits your budget. Visit Carvana.com or download the app to experience car shopping the way it should be. Convenient, comfortable. The comfort of your favorite seat is now your comfy car selling command center, thanks to Carvana.
It doesn't get any better than this.
Your favorite seat's the best spot in the house. Make it even better by entering your license plate or VIN and getting a real offer in minutes.
There really is no place like home.
And speaking of home, Carvana will pick up your car from yours after you finalize your offer. Visit Carvana.com or download the app and sell your car from your comfy place.
Just north of San Francisco, there's a 2,700-acre private campground set deep amongst the majestic redwood forests. Since 1872, captains of industry, media moguls, and artists have come together at an exclusive gathering every July for 2 weeks. To attend this invite-only meeting of money and minds, you might spend as long as 20 years on the lengthy waiting list. If you had been a member in the last 50 years, you wouldn't be surprised to see a few familiar faces from the U.S. political stage. Names like Nixon, Reagan, and Bush would be among those staying within the luxuriously appointed camps. At least one journalist had infiltrated the camp and expounded on the activities that the rich and famous get up to, painting a picture of near-constant drunken hijinks interspersed with lectures and musical performances and an abundance of public urination. But there are rumors of something more sinister going on underneath the dark boughs of the secluded forests. Rumblings of idolatry and druidic practices, human sacrifice, and even demon worship. This case file joined the theorists as they explore the summer camp where the posh go to get sloshed and flock to worship Moloch at Bohemian Grove.
Welcome to Alien Theorist Theorizing, Case File 124. Bro ho grow with your bros. I'm Braden.
I'm Zell.
I'm Dan.
And I'm naked.
Today we're talking about Bohemian Grove, and we all got a little bit of the Fizzlies.
The Fizzlies.
We all decided to go a little bohemian of our own.
If you're watching this video is rated 18 plus or mature.
Yeah. The only ones who are really Broho Grove in it are you two, because you're in the same room.
Yeah, obviously.
Yeah. YouTube changed their terms of service. So now it said we can do 18 plus only, so we can have a little nudity.
You're taking full advantage.
Full advantage.
Taking full advantage.
Let's be honest here. We're trying to get on Pornhub. All right.
Yeah.
Next, you know what I mean? It's next week.
They got really good content support, content creator support.
Dude,
That's what I hear.
Pornhub has huge numbers. We get one of those ads on. We talked about it in the early days of putting an ad on the Pornhub banner. Like, you finished? Check out our podcast.
Want to fall asleep to some dudes talking about conspiracies and aliens after you jacked off? Come over to ATT.
Yeah.
Do you need to find a way to lose your erection? Listen to these guys.
Yeah. Very true.
Or do you need a way to extend your erection?
Either way, our new Patreon tier for $85 gets you space nudes.
Space nudes. Space nudes.
Bohemian Grove, man. This is a wild one.
The Wild West.
I kind of want to preface this one because I feel like this is gonna go
gonna get-
a little looser than our normal podcast.
Really? What makes you think that?
Because we got a little bit of the fizzly going.
Fizzly.
You'll learn all about gin fizzies coming up. But if this is your first one, maybe check out another one. Kind of feel what we're like before you come to this one.
This is your first listening to the Theorists. Half naked, half drunk.
Well, this is dedicated to that guy that said we didn't look cool. Remember that guy? Fuck that guy.
Fuck that guy.
How cool is
Yeah.
this, buddy?
Oh, look at that.
How cool is that,
That
bud?
that one guy. I think there's way more than one guy who says we don't look cool.
Just a few guys.
Touche.
Yeah, fuck all of those haters. Every single one of them.
This is actually part of our entry. This is the first step to join the Bohemian Grove.
Yeah, this first initiation. It's a 20-year initiation phase or something.
Yeah, we're
Yeah.
getting the ball rolling.
Yeah. Getting in there, showing off our bodies, seeing if we'll, if they like us.
See if we make the cut.
So what is Bohemian Grove? What is it? I know it's in California.
Sweet fucking party.
Right. From a factual point of view or whatever you want to call it, like in reality, Bohemian Grove is this. It's actually called the Bohemian Club, I believe. It's not actually called Bohemian Grove, and it is a resort / summer camp. That's located about north of San Francisco, and it's on a 2,700 acre campground. And so pretty much this Bohemian Club is a place where every July a large group of wealthy, powerful, connected, influential, usually the last couple decades, they've all been kind of on the conservative side. Republican is usually the big kind of group, the thinkers that show up. But there are exceptions. And they all go there for like 2 weeks of a lot of shenanigans.
A lot of bubbly.
So there's actually a Bohemian Club itself, and then the
Grove.
Bohemian Grove is like the getaway, right? So there's like they actually have their own like Bohemian Club building, like you were saying, and
Right.
And then you know what I mean. That's where you get your exclusive like club membership, and then once a year they have the fucking big, Burning Man ripoff celebration in the woods somewhere.
It's like and you have to like
Old
pay.
man.
You have to pay
Old
like
Burning Man.
it's like a golf and country club. You got to pay like your yearly dues and like it's a club for the super wealthy.
It's a hefty fee. It's been reported that it's like $25,000 for initiation fee, and after that, I think it's somewhere around like monthly is like $2,000 to like $2,700 a month to support basically that. But most of that money, it said, is going to they invite a lot of artists there.
They have comedians and bands and actors. They do like plays and shit. So yeah, a lot of it's they pay like they bring in the pros. So you're getting good entertainment at some adult
Right.
rich person.
It is a fully staffed resort. Like
Yeah.
people work there.
I 100% guarantee you someone's busting out a loot this year playing Toss a Coin to the Witcher.
Oh, dude, that's a great tune.
It's a fucking banger, dude.
That's a
You don't
fucking-
think they're going to be fucking all singing it and wearing robes at the fucking Boho Grow? 100%.
No, because they
Toss a
I
coin
don't know.
to the
They
Witcher.
they wouldn't give a shit because they've already got all the coin because it's all a bunch of rich people.
Yeah, I mean,
Now, this has been going on since like 1870. This is when it was established. So it's not like a new thing that's popped up. It's got like deep roots. It's been going on for a long time.
Right. It was started in the 1870s around that time by a lot of people, like a couple of guys. I think it was like a newspaper publisher and a couple of other kind of rich socialites in the San Francisco kind of area scene, and they were trying to bring their own kind of culture to the West. It was kind of how they were going to see it.
You're forgetting
Like,
about
they
that
just kinda wanna-
one really famous member from Duckburg. What was his name again? Was it Scrooge? Yeah, I think he was one of the original members. You know, the guy that swam in the fucking coins. You know what I'm saying?
Defying all physics.
Yeah.
This is the Bohemian Grove is like some interdimensional. It's like the Last Action Hero, where comics and Looney Tunes cross the void with humans.
You need the gold ticket, man.
Fun times at the Grove.
So you have all this kind of stuff that the Bohemian Grove is known for its secrecy. Like they do not let just anybody in. They are
Don't let any women in.
No, let
definitely
any
don't-
woman
yeah.
in.
Well, they
That's
do
a big
now.
thing.
They do now. They're allowed to be in the fucking parking lot. And I think
And the kitchen.
No, yeah, I think they hire women for the resort part, like not in the Grove, but like actual like behind the scenes stuff
And-
in the club.
there's an actual fucking line. They've drawn a real line that's like in the resort being like, you cannot cross this fucking line. Isn't that crazy?
It's fucking nuts. It's just like a very select group of golfers.
But it's like the Little Rascals, man. No girls allowed.
The He-Man Woman Haters Club.
I forgot the name. And then they're like, oh, let's come up with a cooler name.
That's a great name.
Well, especially because He-Man was there.
Well, yeah, they do mention the fucking Masters
He's
of the
super
Universe.
influential. He's a Prince of Eternia, so he would be there.
I doubt that he would be there in He-Man form, though. That seems like a place for fucking Prince Adam.
No, yeah,
You know
you
what
go
I mean?
there with Prince Ellen with
This stupid little white
Man at
pants.
Arms.
You know what I mean?
Tila can't come. Tila can't come. She got to stay home.
No. Fuck no. Well, he'd let her she's got to hang out in the parking lot.
Sucks. Stay in the car, Tila.
Come on, Tila.
It's okay.
So-
Come on,
I
cringe.
probably wouldn't get invited either. It doesn't matter.
It's just like it's a really weird place. Yeah, there's a big old you could say like a misogynistic vibe going out. A
Little
lot
bit.
of dudes hanging around.
Oh, 100%.
Kind of
A lot of white dudes.
One of the big things is like the kind of quintessential report that you have about the Bohemian Grove comes from an article written by Philip Weiss in Spy Magazine from November 1989, where he actually snuck onto the property, and he was there for like a week.
And
Oh,
this is huge. Like, you got to remember this, because later on when we talk about someone else who also broke in,
Who else
this
you
guy was
talking
there
about?
for a fucking week.
Braden, who else are you talking about?
Who are you talking about, Joe?
Braden.
We'll get to him in a second. This guy from Spy Magazine was like, yeah, I just walked in with a gin fizzy and either a Wall Street Journal or New York Times under my arm every day and just strolled right in. No issues.
Anytime anybody
No.
said anything to him, you said, "Hail Moloch."
I mean, he didn't just
Lord.
walk into the front gate. He did make a point to mention that they do have security, a form of security. That pretty much that Bohemian Grove, they rent out the county sheriff's department basically to run their security and their checkpoints at the front gate. The guy actually had to get a mountain guide to
Trek him
actually
back.
get him through the surrounding forest to get him onto the property.
Yeah.
And then after that, though, he switched into his khakis and his polo and put his sweater around his neck and
whipped up a quick gin fizzy before he walked in.
Now,
picked up
Braden,
his complimentary gin bucket and
Can
just
you-
walked off.
can you explain to the listeners what a gin fizzy is in case they don't know?
Take a step-by-step guide on how to build a gin fizzy from scratch.
All right. Well, first off, this basically in all articles you read, one thing ties all this conspiracy together, and that is a drink that everyone drinks called the gin fizzy. So it's a little bit of gin, some soda, and egg white.
Protein. You need the protein.
Protein?
Yeah, it's fucking.
well, you can't
it's like,
just
how long
drink
is
all
it? It's
day.
like
You
2
gotta
weeks
get something.
long. You need protein. You need gains. Prince Adam's there.
It's I just love the name, the gin fizzy.
Well,
Um,
I think we should know too, because we're going to touch on this later, but somebody put a fucking poll on Facebook of who's the most popular theorist. Braden won it. So I just want to let it be known that now this fucking guy is demanding gin fizzies during every podcast.
This guy thinks he belongs in Bohemian Grove.
Yeah, it's part of his rider.
No.
He wants all green M&Ms and gin fizzies.
When we have our first Bohemian Grove campout, the drink, I think, the ATT drink of choice, I think will have to be hot toddies.
A hot toddy.
hot toddies.
Hot toddy.
I might come. We'll see if you guys can afford me now that I am
Now you're the most
number
popular.
one theorist.
No, yeah, number one theorist.
I am on that
Maybe
list.
I'll come. Maybe I won't.
Number
I don't
one?
know.
Number 5 and number 7 on a poll of who is the best out
Yeah.
of the 4 of us.
Thanks for ruining our self-esteems and boosting Braden's ego by
Well, what can I say,
Tenfold.
guys?
I mean, the guy
fucking
can't even
great.
fucking read.
I'm a national treasure. Okay? It's finally time that your boy got the recognition that he deserves.
Braden comes in first, Andrew second, Dan third, and then a distant fourth, me.
Who puts the most work into the show?
I told you, Andrew
conspiracy.
voted for himself, so that doesn't. I don't even think that should count. I should disqualify him.
Yeah, but I beat you by more than just one. So
Braden beat
Yeah, well, if you minus all the people that voted for every single one of us, I think I win by 2.
blame Russian IRA, fucking
But
Russian
you know,
bot.
that's
okay, what were we talking about again? What happened? We
Bro-
talking about Scrooge
Oh.
McDuck?
Did you make the phone call to some Russian-backed Ukrainian hackers, Andrew? Check his phone.
hey.
If I
what
did that,
do
I'd be
with
number
my
one.
share of the Patreon.
It's got a
I
Ukraine
don't have
area
to
code
disclose
on it.
to you. I don't have to disclose my tax returns, and I won't. So until I get a subpoena demanding otherwise, that's my business, and you don't need to know.
deal with it. All right, back to Broho Grove. So it's a place where these rich people come, and the main thing, what's the slogan they say? Like, spiders, webs, weave not here, or something like that?
Yeah, it says
Yeah,
weaving
it's-
spiders come not here.
Come not here.
It's a line taken from Act 2, Scene 2 of Shakespeare's A Midsummer's Night Dream.
So it's supposed to be that you pay your membership, you come to the Grove, you hang out with your boys, pissing all over the place. Like,
Dude, it's just a regular camp out.
It's a
Like,
giant-
honestly.
That
a
is a
rich
large
person.
component of it. Is just peeing everywhere. Like
It's-
that is.
Listen,
dude,
Boho Grove
Every-
is for the boys.
it's for
the
every
boys.
report
The
I
rich
read
boys.
is always about like, yeah, dude, they just pee everywhere. There's like at least like one sign that says like, do not pee here. They have to like tell people like, do not pee in this one spot because it's like it's the first entrance or something like that.
Dude,
like, just
Listen, man.
don't pee here.
How many times I got to tell you to stop pissing on Moloch? Okay, enough.
I don't know about you guys, but when I go camping is exclusively for how high I can arch my pee in the air.
It's
Like just woo, straight up.
how many beers you
6
can drink,
feet.
how long you can hold your beer or your pee, and how far you can sail that stream.
Yeah.
Not very far.
Like I
Well,
feel
let's-
like we would fit in. I feel like we
let's-
would fit in. Is that so bad to say?
Except for the money.
Except for the money, you can't get in.
Yeah.
I think calling it camping is being very generous because this is not really camping. These guys,
Yeah.
they have like
Yeah.
log cabins.
Glamping.
Like, yeah, it's glamping for sure. Like they have, what is it? Like 100 different camps or something like that. It's like 20,
Well, it's 20
to 30 people each.
20 to 50 people in each camp, and it's like all off this main road in the Grove. And so like there's 20 to 50 people in each. Yeah, they're like log cabins or clubhouses. So like I imagine they're full of like granite countertops and like fucking
Yeah.
golden bidets or whatever the fuck.
Yeah, they've got a private beach on one of the rivers down there, and all of the beach furnishings come from like a really expensive boutique hotel in San Francisco.
And what
so it's like,
Dude, what it sounds like is kind of like a version of Burning Man where you have your party, like your group, like whatever, your little party spot. Like, okay, this is my party spot. You come here at 2 to 3. It sounds like these cabins are like, all right, we're going to fucking Clinton's cabin at 2. We're going to Bush's cabin at 4. And like they all have their own little parties, and they're like there's little groups of 20 to 50 people, and they all merge as one group, and then like travel around in this crazy like.
Sounds like a fucking time.
what was in my head is basically it is the resort from Dirty Dancing where the part of Patrick Swayze is played by Ronald Reagan. That's what it is.
It's been a while since I've seen Dirty Dancing.
So
And Henry Kissinger is Jennifer Grey.
Right.
we have this amalgamation of rich ass people who get this kind of secretive invite to this giant bush party or Burning Man, whatever we want to call Dirty Dancing event, whatever we want to call it. So that's, you know what I mean? That's not that crazy. Like, other than there's a little bit of secrecy involved because, you know what I mean?
It's not really secret invite though. It's show me the money.
Yeah, well, show me some
No,
money.
you have to be.
You got to be
referenced
vetted. You got to be vetted
by
some people.
multiple people, or join the 20 to 30 year waiting list.
But so here's the thing. Let's say you get fucking vetted, you get invited, you drop the 20 G's to get in there. You're in the club, you get invited to the fucking Bohemian Grove. You're excited, you're ready to fucking get your Bohemian groove on. You're fucking pumped.
Bohemian Grove.
So shit gets a little bit weird on night one, though, right? Like, let's be honest.
Yeah,
when we
it's
did our
getting
research,
weird.
shit gets a little bit fucking weird. Let's talk about that.
Night one in the Grove.
Yeah, the groove, buddy.
They so night one is when they burn the effigy, or they burn their cares away.
It's known
listen,
as the cremation of the care, which
Yeah,
is the
that's
big
what it
thing that everybody always references when they talk about Bohemian Grove.
And like they have every right to be fucking creeped out by this. This is
Yep.
weird. This
It's
is
fucking weird.
So it's like it's a 50-minute dramatic play accompanied by like a full orchestra with this like ridiculous production value to it. Like this thing costs fucking from what I was reading, like hundreds of thousands of dollars, even just
Six figures, baby.
six figures to
To
put
set
on
this up?
And like you see this, like we're not even gonna touch on this fucking guy yet. I love him, but we're not gonna touch on him yet.
Can we play the video?
Fuck yeah. So we'll set the tone with the video, but like this is spooky as hell. Like I was falling asleep during this documentary until this thing started, and I'm like, this shit is getting weird.
It's fucking weird.
This is not night one.
Night one.
Oh yeah, this is. You know what though? Once you kind of understand what's going on, it makes sense that it's night one. It's a great fucking kickoff party.
Dude, well, yeah. It's okay. Well, now you got how many people? Does it say what's the attendance of this party?
Oh,
This camping trip? Thousands?
Thousands. Yeah.
They said the membership's always capped at 2,700 people.
So we've got 2,700.
Maybe 20, like, but of the people who show up, I don't know how many people actually show up, but the membership is 2,700. So probably, yeah, at least average, you're going to say probably 1,000.
Boys, this is a party of the year. You're not missing it.
Okay, so let's be conservative here. 1,000 people. Judging by this party, predominantly or maybe exclusively Caucasian
Republicans.
Republicans. 50, 55-ish.
Yeah, the
Rich as
average
hell.
age, I believe, is like 50, 60.
So these guys are old school. They're probably racist. Most of them. Like, there's probably no minorities here.
Let's say I'm not getting in.
Really doubt it.
Andrew's not getting in. No, he's
Doesn't
not
matter
getting
that I
in.
don't have 20 grand to spend. But I'm
Wait,
still in.
Winter Andrew might get in.
Yeah, I'm
Summer
kind of
Andrew's
blending
not
in right
getting
now.
You know what? Yeah.
It's the light. It makes me pale.
I put in a really white light in the other room so we can balance out.
So we balance out. You're just trying to. Oh, I see what it is.
I'm try-
He's
I'm
trying
try-
to get the invite to the fucking.
Well,
yeah.
well,
The
it's
groove.
funny because fucking Zell looks like a normal human. He looks like a golden god, and Andrew looks like fucking Nosferatu, fucking pale as shit. He set you up good.
Yeah, the Studio B here is not set up for live streaming. Anyways, so I'm not going to say who made the video. Want to watch the video first?
Well, just say where it's from,
Okay, it's
because we're going to get into it now.
well, it's
Anyway.
from the Cremation of Care, which is the opening festival.
No, the documentary.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So 100% of the information and stuff that you hear, if it has to do with all the crazy, really weird stuff that goes down Bohemian Grove, is going to come from the documentary made by Alex Jones.
Alex Jones.
Called The Dark Secrets of Bohemian Grove. And you can find, if you search it on the internet, it comes up. It's in the Internet Archive.
they're eating babies,
yeah.
Joe, they're eating babies. Okay, listen, you got to understand though, you can't hate the guy. He's amazing.
He's a character.
He is an amazing specimen of a human being. He is exactly what we need. He is a fucking real life J. Jonah Jameson.
Dude, he is something else.
No, J. Jonah Jameson has morals. Don't
It's true.
fucking,
It's true.
don't
It's a good point,
He's
Dan.
try to tell me he doesn't.
He does. He's fucking the real life J. Jonah Jameson. I'm telling you.
No.
Yes, he is.
J. Jonah, he would have given Spider-Man's name to the Green Goblin in a heartbeat.
for sure.
Listen,
Alex
J.
Jones.
Jonah Jameson
J. Jonah Jameson
created-
does not, because he won't reveal his sources
Yep.
because he has morals. He's an actual journalist.
Would somebody
No,
with somebody
fucking-
with morals fucking make Matt Gargan become the fucking Scorpion?
Yes.
No.
If he believed,
He doesn't.
that
These
that was
are-
the right
these
thing
are all
to do.
excellent points.
These are
This
great-
is a
be
fucking
honest.
debate.
These are great points to support the video we're about.
Forget Boho Grove. This fucking we're going all in on J. Jonah Jameson.
Side pod.
Yeah.
The thing I love about Alex Jones and this documentary is that he just says whatever the fuck he wants
Whatever the
to
fuck
say.
he wants.
To preface this, he goes, I'm gonna break into Bohemian Grove where the elite amass in a secret society, and they practice pagan, satanic,
Babylonian.
pedophilia, Babylonic,
Egyptian,
Semitic, Mayan, Aztec, rituals, Gothic. All these rituals, Joe. Choke me, Joe.
Come on, Eddie, choke me.
Eddie, choke me out.
Eddie, choke me out. Let's go. You think you can do it, Eddie? Choke me out. I
But
gotta
it's
take
like,
a piss.
he literally lists in the documentary like every like negative cult, Scientology, this, that. I'm like, okay, they're not practicing it at all, buddy. Like, come on, let's be realistic here. They're not doing it all.
Yeah.
Like it's ridiculous.
Yeah, just
But it's
pick
like,
one
he
and
said it.
stick with them, dude. Like, just
Yeah, pick one. They're satanic. Sure.
I
Sure. Okay.
fucking
Pagan.
love
Stop
him.
there.
But I'm like,
I love him.
you going all over with every single one. I'm like, all right. As he's going, I'm like, all right. Well, what are you gonna back this up with? Nothing. Absolutely.
Absolutely nothing.
nothing.
We're gonna
Dude,
play
no,
what he backs it up with
that's-
right now.
That's a lie. He's back. So
Listen to this. The guy filmed an entire documentary on a Motorola Razr, and you're about to fucking see the evidence right here.
and then no, he filmed it on the Razor, and then
I'm sure
he
it's an RCA like camcorder.
no, dude, and then he rendered it down subpar quality, then copied it, rendered it down one more time. So it's it's about 8-bit. It's 8-bit video.
It looks exactly like if you asked me to make a video, this is what it would look like.
It's 8-bit video from the first digital recording device ever developed.
I was trying to watch it at home, and fucking Jessica was like, was this made in like the 70s? Like, what?
It's like, no, it was made 2000. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, in context, if this came out in 1952, they'd be like, that's pretty good. That's a good advance in graphics.
Buddy, our boy Bob Gimlin shot Bigfoot on a better camera than fucking Alex Jones used.
All right, so he sneaks in. This is the first ceremony on night one where there's the giant statue of the owl, which they call Moloch, but when you search Moloch, he's like the Babylonian
He
god.
calls
He's like
it Moloch.
he's a fucking
He calls
bull.
it
Yeah,
the
Moloch.
Moloch
he
is
calls
part
him
of bull and shit.
Moloch.
But you know why he
There's
does
like-
that, though? He does it because it fits his whole narrative of sacrificing children.
Because
That's what
Moloch was,
Moloch-
they claim Moloch was the pagan god or Babylonian god of like child sacrifice or something.
He was
I mean, it
Moloch.
is.
It's
I
a
mean,
Hebrew word for
yes, it
word for
was.
king, and he was mentioned in the
Moloch
Bible as
is
a
a
Canaanite
bull with
demigod.
a human body. He's never an owl. Ever an owl.
Not that I can
Yeah.
find.
This is an owl statue. So like, it doesn't make any fucking sense. That's like me going to New York, looking at the Statue of Liberty and be like, look at that fucking Moloch up there. Can't believe this whole city worshiping Moloch, sacrificing kids, satanic,
Green babies,
pagan,
Green
Joe, they're eating babies.
Blonic. They're sacrificing kids, Joe. Pig babies.
Anyways, so he sneaks in, he films a shitty video. The music is creepy as fuck.
So creepy.
I don't know. We're gonna put this on YouTube. Maybe we get it pulled, but we're gonna put it on anyway. Who cares a shit?
Man, we're playing something to do with Alex Jones. We're definitely getting pulled.
Alex Jones has been fucking blacklisted from every
Garrote us.
from the
Like, he's gonna
internet
garrote us
pretty
one
much.
by one.
I wonder
get
why.
murdered.
He calls everyone Moloch. Every statue's a Moloch.
Isn't that laughing? That's so
Oh,
creepy.
wait a second. 1 second. It's not working. It's not working. Okay, we're gonna have to do a quick. I have to do a quick live stream.
Turn
on,
down your headphones, ladies and gentlemen.
I got to do a quick live stream rerouting of this cable because I totally forgot I pulled it out. So you guys,
Okay, so anyways, day one, 50-minute dramatic play, right? It's accompanied with this orchestra. And what it starts with all these like cloaked figures. They got these like crazy KKK looking red cloaks. And they all start just like, marching out of the woods while there's the whole, you know what I mean? Everybody that's in attendance at the, the festival are there sitting like little children with their legs crossed, watching these guys come out chanting, holding what looks like it's like a little skeleton from what I understand, right? In an open coffin.
It's an effigy. Yeah, it's an effigy of like a person or a coffin being carried out. Yeah.
Yeah. While they're chanting, wearing red robes. Like it's fucking creepy, man.
It's meant
super creepy.
the entire production is supposed. They say it symbolizes that the people coming here are burning away their cares. They are taking their concern for the outside world and they are burning it or sacrificing it so that they will enjoy their time at the at the Bohemian Grove.
Well, like,
that's
it
what
actually
the
comes like
official kind of.
well,
story
and
is.
the skeletons actually, like the body, the effigy that they're burning, its name is they've named it. It's called, the name is Dull Care, and it actually comes from a 1919 Oliver Hardy short film, which the film kind of has a police force that's not interested in doing their jobs. They're interested in being lazy. You know what I mean? And the name of the film is Dull Care. They stole it from there. You know what I mean? Like, it's just a bunch of guys that just want to fucking relax.
I am
loose.
80% sure they stole like most of the lines in the whole thing, the whole production, from pretty much like Faust and William Shakespeare.
Yeah.
Like you listen to it and you're like, dude, this is Goethe, or Goat, or whatever you say it, but fucking, I was like, this is shit from just Faust. Talking about burning away your cares, or knowledge, we worship beauty and we kneel before beauty. It's all shit. You're just like some dude, some hack playwright in like the 1900s, just like, they're like, hey, we need you to write up some quick little fucking play to entertain a bunch of white guys. Like, oh, okay.
Well, it is entertaining. I feel like when I watched this video, I thought, like, if I was there, it'd feel like I was at like medieval times. You know what I mean? Like watching this production.
Huzzah!
Yeah, dude. And like when I went to medieval
introducing
times,
the Black Knight. Huzzah!
you get into it. Like you can hear the crowd being like, "Fuck yeah!" Like it's sweet. I'd be all about it.
I'm pretty sure that it's part of that kind of
Dinner theater,
it's
man.
that desire. It's that desire to have tradition. They want their. It's kind of the same thing as like how fraternities and sororities have their own rituals and things like that to kind of build a kind of companionship and build a kind of culture inside their own organization. So it's like they want to be able to kind of like, oh, we're in on all this stuff. We like, it's all kind of like this veiled symbolism. There's all this kind of stuff that they put in there. It's all basically there, so it brings them closer. So they like we know what this all means. It may seem cryptic without context. Like if a regular person watches it, yeah, it's really fucking weird. But to them, it has significance, and then they kind of just build on that. So it's really that's what it is, and it's been going on. All the stilted speech, all of that kind of stuff is just there to make them feel validated that what they're doing has been something that's been going on for a really long time.
It's not like these 2,700 people that are there and in this club are just schlubs. They're nobody. These are titans of industry. Massive influence, lots of money.
Guy Fury was there, so
he's a titan though, buddy. He's a fucking titan.
Titan
he's probably cooking.
Food Inc.
I don't know. Yeah, he's cooking. They serve up some pretty
big
snazzy
food,
meals.
buddy.
Flavor Town, man.
Big food. Big food.
But you're right, Dan. It's basically a giant team building exercise. Like there was a sociologist that broke it all down and gave the 5 points as to what this is for. You know what I mean? Like it makes sense.
Dude, it's for concocting plans to rule the world from top of government internationally.
Well, so William Domhoff says, basically, he breaks down into the 5 reasons. Says physical proximity is likely to lead a group to solidarity. The more people interact, the more they come together and like each other. Groups seem as high in status, are more cohesive, and the best atmosphere for increasing group cohesiveness is one that is relaxed and cooperative. And 5 is social cohesion is helpful in reaching agreement when issues are introduced into experimental groups for resolution. Right? And
it's all like Braden said, it's all these captains of industry and influential people and people who
presidents.
are and you bring them all together, they all get together, a bunch of like-minded individuals, but they can't really be bros without this kind of breaking down of their normal social barriers. I mean, you can't, if you're a super rich guy, like, like a president or something like that, because I think the Bushes are regular attendees or had been up until recently.
Oh, and the Bushes party. They fucking
party
you can't be a
hard.
senator, a governor, and go to your town bar, like your city capital bar, and get fucking wasted and whatever, and just
can't
let
go to your
loose.
local Legion and just fucking get meat draw wasted and run home.
Yeah. Even if you're going to go to like your governor's mansion and get wasted, it's not the same. And they know that, you know, it's just like, they know that.
Well, think about
it's like
nowadays.
you build this little,
You can't.
You build this
You're
little
under a
camp.
microscope 24/7 with social media, all that shit. Everybody's got a fucking camera in their pocket. You know what I mean? Like this is the boys need to fire it up. It's the way she goes.
Yeah, but they're not really. Here's the thing, though, is they're not all boys. It's not like we're going to Bohemian Grove and throwing a party. It's like there's a thousand groups like, or not 1,000, but there's like hundreds of groups of guys like us. There's maybe 4 or 5 people. Right? Okay, we're going to the Grove. We're going to party. It's like you're not like bros with all these people.
Groove.
Yeah, you don't have fucking Nixon and fucking Reagan going to the dollar store buying fucking fluorescent fucking sunglasses
Why
together.
don't you? Fuck
How
yeah.
does this
Fanny
look?
packs
Huh?
and-
How does this
You're-
look?
That's where that's where these guys announced that they were going to be running for president, man. Like that's, you know what I mean?
See,
Like,
that doesn't surprise me though, because like it's very conservative, very Republican. You have 27 of the most arguably the influential people who all are basically in the same party. Why wouldn't you amongst your peers be like, hey, I'm going to do it. Do you guys think it's a good idea? I think I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
If
you're
I
good.
was going to run for mayor, I would probably let you guys know
yeah, your
first.
boys are getting you fired up. But that's the thing. Like you said, they're not your boys. They are. How many of these guys are ex fucking Skull and Bones members? You know what I mean? Like I bet you a lot of these guys have been fucking linked.
yeah,
before
but
this.
that's
But not
also
all
like,
Skull and Bones.
I mean, we might, not all of them because they're
No,
not
but
all, they didn't all go to
majority of
Yale,
them.
but
They've all been before. They've all been in their own little fucking fraternities and Skull and Bones and all that. Type
They've
of
been
shit.
in
These
it, like I said,
rich
they've
fucking
been in
golf
fraternities. Like most, you'll find a lot of these people. Yeah, they had been in fraternities, but a fraternity is just a social group. It's a way for people to network. It's that kind of thing, or that's the way that it
Which
has
is this.
been. And they have
What's the
their own little
difference?
weird rituals, and this would just be this whole experience at Bohemian Grove is, it's also part nostalgia for them.
Well, it's a fraternity for adults.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like that's basically the idea here. Is what what I get from it. You
It's
know?
a giant frat party.
I mean, no,
Okay,
they're
well,
burning babies.
because
Can we just quickly say that fraternities are not all they're fucking weird. Fraternity and they're hazing rituals and like you gotta hold this fucking Dorito between your ass cheeks while that guy eats it out of your ass cheeks
All right.
while you're
All
hanging
right,
over a
Zal.
hot tub.
Whoa, you
I
never
got
did
you
the
with a
cookie race?
counterpoint. I'll
never
hit
did-
you with a counterpoint.
A counting
Counting
point.
point.
Counting point.
Counting point coming up.
Yeah, that's your fucking number one guy on the poll.
Number
There
one
you go.
guy.
Number
This
one, baby.
motherfucker over here.
Braden always on the straight and narrow.
Mr. County Point.
Straight narrow.
You just
And I
made
told you
fun
I
of
have
people doing
confidence.
cookie race, but we actually did that at your house.
Now, I didn't do any cookie race.
No,
Oh,
no,
buddy.
you didn't do it, but we had
Yeah, it's weird.
rookies on a team do it at your house.
I'm not
so
sa-
you were the Boho Grove.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm saying it's
situation,
fucking
You're the
weird.
Nixon, bud.
It's weird. You're gonna do that. You're gonna do that now. If we bring a new guy in the pod and you're like, all right, guy, you know what you gotta do?
Hey, listen, I did a cookie race in
right,
2005.
All right, guy, you gotta do it. You gotta stick this cookie in your ass. You gotta do 3 laps of the house. Then you gotta eat the cookie.
No,
and
no,
that's
no.
how you
You
get on
eat
the
it.
podcast.
No. The
That's
loser.
what get on
we're
the
now
podcast.
announcing
The
our
loser
new
eats the
fraternity
cookie.
organization, Alpha Tau Tau.
Downtown.
Listen, the fucking loser eats the cookie. So
Well,
don't be a
whatever.
loser.
Someone's eating their fucking ass cookie.
Exactly. When I played football,
Somebody's eating that ass.
Someone's eating the ass cookie.
it was
It's
great.
fucking
me.
nuts.
dude, they didn't do it in positional groups. So when I played football and got rookied, we had the lineman, one of the linemen, fucking
Yeah.
obviously he's not going to win. He had to eat the cookie.
Guy fucking can't run at all.
Listen,
Exactly.
let me tell you guys how to beat. I've had to do the cookie race. I've had to be a participant. People make the mistake and they put the cookie in loose.
No,
Big mistake.
jam that shit
You
up your
jam it
ass.
in there.
Jam it in.
and
Oh,
you,
yeah.
you crumble that cookie with those butt cheeks. Then you can run like the wind, and there's nothing left. by
That's
the time you
speaking
get
from
there.
a guy who
You've
didn't
turned
lose
it,
the cookie race.
You've turned
guy-
it to dust by
That's
the
a
time
guy
you
who
got
did
there.
not lose.
Dude, this guy knows how to cookie race right
Fucking
here.
right.
This
Yeah.
man right
You've
here.
got George, you've got the Bushes, you got George and Walker and all of them, and Henry Kissinger in a cookie race in this giant fucking party.
It's fucking weird. All right, now after all this, I've had the video up for a while, but I had to let that conversation run its course because it was fucking hilarious.
Okay.
So we
Cue it up.
have, this is Alex Jones. They're eating babies, Joe.
Joe, they're eating babies.
That guy. The man,
Alex, they're eating babies, Joe Jones.
Jones.
Testosterone pills and cocaine, baby.
Yeah, so we have this video. This is early Alex Jones before he had InfoWars and before he really had any of that shit. But
he was still a big personality though. He was still like he was still Texas radio.
He's still the man. I don't care.
I mean, he's
amazing.
he's a great radio. He's a
amazing.
personality.
He's
he should
amazing.
Dude, he should be on Joe Rogan every other week for comedic value.
That's the funniest podcast I've ever listened to in my life.
it was
I've
pretty
never
funny.
laughed so hard ever in my entire life. Him and Eddie Bravo, they're both fucking nuts.
Choke me out, Eddie.
Eddie, choke me out. I fucking dare you, Eddie. Come on, choke me out.
Okay, here's the. Well, where'd Braden go? This guy's got to take a shit or something mid pod.
I don't know.
I
He's
don't
going
know,
to oil
just thinking
himself up
of
so he
notes.
looks better with his shirt off.
All of a sudden, he's fucking had to go. All right, so we got this video. Alex Jones sneaks in. He takes this 8-bit digital video. Here it is.
That's not just the sound of that first sip of Morning Joe. It's the sound of someone shopping for a car on Carvana from the comfort of home.
That's a good blend.
It's time to take it easy, like answering some easy questions to get pre-qualified for a car in minutes.
Talk about starting the morning right.
Just like customizing your terms so your car fits your budget. Visit Carvana.com or download the app to experience car shopping the way it should be. Convenient, comfortable. The comfort of your favorite seat is now your comfy car selling command center, thanks to Carvana.
It doesn't get any better than this.
Your favorite seat's the best spot in the house. Make it even better by entering your license plate or VIN and getting a real offer in minutes.
There really is no place like home.
And speaking of home, Carvana will pick up your car from yours after you finalize your offer. Visit Carvana.com or download the app and sell your car from your comfy place.
From regions where I reign, ye fools and priests, I spit upon your fire.
Oh,
Look at that production value.
fireworks. That's all fucking dressed up KKK style.
Owl of Bohemia, we beseech thee, grant us thy counsel. Great owl of Bohemia, we thank thee for thy adjuration. Begone, dull care.
What are we watching right now?
Silence will of thee. Begone, dull care.
I know, I can't see anything.
I know. It's like the frame of the camera is like cutting off half of it.
Eternal flame.
It looks like Fantasia.
He's got half the lens cover on.
It does.
Us free.
Hey.
Like those are actual staff of the Bohemian Grove Resort. Like those people who are, some of them are hired actors. I'm pretty sure.
Well, could you imagine? You're like, it's basically like you're working at a restaurant and you got to sing the fucking happy birthday song. You know what I mean? Like, fuck, we got to do the fucking
All right.
cremation of care.
It's Boho Grove again. Here we go. All right. Who's you got fucking you're all doing like
Yeah. They must be super pissed because they don't get tipped.
See, there you go. No,
There's a strict no tipping
okay, listen.
policy
When I
at
did-
the Bohemian Grove.
when
That
I-
was definitely mentioned. That was definitely mentioned.
When I was doing this research for this fucking podcast, I was watching YouTube videos, and the first video that popped up was a bunch of the fucking employees picketing the clubhouse because they don't get paid
they
enough.
don't get paid. They don't get their share of that 25,000 entry fee.
No, they're like, we make $14.10 an hour, and they're all sitting there with their fucking pickets. It was hilarious. It's like these guys are the most rich superpower people, and they can't afford to pay these fucking people. It's crazy.
Yeah. People have been picketing that Bohemian Grove for like the longest time. Private citizens who live in the area have been pretty much, protesting that thing for the last like 30 years. So there've been people either protesting on the grounds of discrimination, that they don't let any women in, they don't hire any women, except now they hire women to pretty much work in the parking lot. But there's pretty much a pretty strict, from what most of the research turned up, it's a pretty strict no women policy there because they're
I don't
kind of whole just
understand what you don't understand about Broho Grove.
Yeah, come on. It's for the boys.
Bros before
right. How can I
hoes
pee?
in the
How
Grove.
can I whip it out and pee anywhere I want if there's going to be ladies walking around? It's
Well, I'll be honest with you. I have heard mention of loose women.
There is a
Loose
bit of
women.
that, but they say that they're off the property though.
Yeah, they're at the hotels. Like there's just like this influx of loose women in all the hotels.
Which is like you could say that for any large event because it's like the Olympics. You see like a
can you, Dan?
200% increase.
Buddy,
Of,
Do you know,
prostitution,
Dan?
So
At Alien Con, you get a fucking influx of 4 cheap floozies. You know, like,
Oh,
They're
buddy.
throwing themselves.
Hey, listen, you go to WrestleMania and there's loose women that invite you to murder houses.
Everywhere.
All right? So it's been there.
you get
done
murdered
that.
if you want.
Fuck that.
Okay, let's go through some of the places here. So there's the Grove Stage, which is like the main amphitheater of 2,000. The Field Circle, a bowl-shaped amphitheater. So they're all like performance things. The Campfire Circle, the museum
And
stage.
I don't want to downplay this, but Stevie Miller has played a concert there.
Buddy, Steve Miller rocks.
Dude,
Fuck yeah.
they
just
probably
saying.
fucking paid him a fortune.
Yeah, fuck yeah.
Yeah.
It's better than I've read the Zach Brown band's been there. Like,
Santana's been there.
oh, that's
Dude,
cool.
I would.
Yeah.
Lucky Monkey's gonna play Boho Grove one year.
Well, I'm a roadie then when you do that.
We're all going to Boho Grove.
I want to pee in the woods.
Well, they said that the wait list is shorter if you play an instrument. So Zell,
Yeah.
put your name on there.
I just go in there and sing old folk tunes.
Fuck yeah.
Sitting there with my guitar. I no tips though. Well, how am I gonna make money?
But you can make connections.
I make connection. Oh yeah.
Right?
There you go.
I can get.
They pay
You're
you
looking
an
at the next
influence.
prime minister right up there.
Hey,
That's him.
Hey, we have a. You like podcasts? We have a podcast.
Oh, they don't
where we
like
talk
this.
about conspiracies. Would you like to do some business?
Hey Zell, you want to be the new emperor of Canada? Get in on this?
We're gonna construct a coup, overthrow Trudeau. You're gonna step in. We're gonna annihilate trade barriers for maple syrup, steel, and lumber. Canada will be wealthier than ever. I'm in. Sold. You got me. First emperor
Buddy,
of Canada.
as the 4th favorite theorist, there's not a chance you're gonna get Emperor of Canada. All right, don't even fucking. You're gonna fucking. They're gonna think they're gonna overlook number 1 or even number 2.
Dude, do you
Brandon,
know?
you don't play an instrument.
Dude, do you know how like connected these people are? They could make fucking 400 go number 1 in a second.
Who's number 400? That's Mr. Conspiracy?
Mr. Conspiracy.
Yeah.
There's only 4 of us.
He's lower than most of our top
Number
fans.
400.
Wait, he's probably contributed less than our top 390 fans.
He goes below every guest we've had and every fan we've ever called.
He's below the flat earth people? Is that what you're saying? Because that's fucking
every
terrible.
single one of them.
Dude, ever since I ran to that flat Earth guy again, I've been on edge because my studio is public. I feel like he's gonna track me down.
Don't say that. I
Um,
remember you guys made me
track
sit
you down
beside
and
those
reveal the
fucking
truth
guys.
to you, or what?
okay, with Broho Grove, I think one of the reasons people think that groups go here to conspire these big things is because the Manhattan Project was planned that, well,
Whoa,
It was
that's
talked about.
backed up.
Let's say it was
That's
talked
backed
about.
Allegedly.
talked about there.
Yeah, but okay,
It
so
wasn't
there-
at the Bohemian Grove like group. Someone rented out the building in the
exactly
complex.
49 weeks of the year, there's nobody fucking there, but members can still reserve it, and that's what
Yeah.
Dr. Edward Teller did. He reserved that property and had a fucking meeting there.
About the Manhattan Project.
Exactly.
Still, I mean, just think about it.
Listen, hold on. We're assuming that it's about the fucking Manhattan Project. It did happen in September of 1942, which kind of lines up nicely.
No, it's been admitted it was about the Manhattan
it?
Project.
I didn't see that much.
The whole thing is like, yeah, of course, because it's a really private place. Like,
Seems like
yeah,
the place
that
to talk
would be
about
a
it.
good place to talk about building atomic weapons. Like,
Yeah, well, it makes perfect sense.
I think a lot of people are more people are intrigued with the idea that this place is like some sort of haven for satanic rituals.
No, listen.
100%. It all comes from that Alex Jones documentary.
This is not at all how the fucking Manhattan Project started. You know that Dr. fucking Edward Teller is sitting there having a piss and looks over beside me. He's like, "Hey man, you ever hear of a hydrogen bomb?"
You ever hear a nuclear fission? Yeah. The fuck you talking about?
You fill my gin fizzy back up.
You want in?
I'll tell you all about enriched uranium.
Okay,
You son of a bitch.
Get a couple of gin
You
fizzies in.
son, you son of a bitch.
we never really made that clear that one of the things about this place is to be drunk and be drinking
All the time.
All the time.
Yeah, well, you gotta
All
fucking
the time.
All the
you burned your care for your regular life. You lit that shit on fire. You're partying, man.
I don't know how they do it because that's crazy. Because it's just, well, they said it's like, I guess, I don't know. I think they're good at pacing themselves.
Buddy,
Because,
do you
like,
not remember Vegas?
I couldn't even make it through Pod Week. I
Yeah,
could
it's
not.
like-
I was like,
I can't even.
But for them, they're drinking all day and they're also eating a lot because I read about when the
you're
guy
putting
goes
fucking
to the
eggs in your drinks. Damn.
Protein.
Protein, baby.
Protein.
the meals are pretty lavish there. You got all kinds of crazy like smoked salmon and
you got
like
Guy
lamb
Fieri's there.
shanks and just all kinds of just like the best kinds of food. I mean, if you got Guy Fieri there, yeah, you're going to Flavor Town 100%.
Going
So,
to Flavor Town.
lots of fried. I'm sure now it's lots of fried food, which absorbs a lot of that alcohol. So I'm sure they can make it through a week of drinking. But man, like
couldn't do
I
it.
can't
It's not-
imagine
They're not
doing
making.
it.
They're not making it through a week of drinking with the fried food. In that pizza box is 27 grams of cocaine in each box. 100%. And that's not.
Now,
And that's the
only
reason.
for one Alex Jones.
That's the
That's
reason
just for
Alex
one
Jones
Alex
went
Jones.
there in the first place. He
Okay,
heard
let's-
about this
let's
place.
talk
Like
about-
they got.
They're eating babies, Joe.
They're eating babies and they're fucking storing fucking ounce of cocaine a night.
babies, Joe. Are you okay with pig babies?
So he
They're taking the baby's ashes, they're mixing them with the cocaine.
Choke me
and
out,
starting
Eddie.
the cocaine, Joe.
Eddie, choke me out.
he let's not forget that interview where he goes up to the guy and he's like, I was in there. I was in the place. He's like, whoa, you shouldn't be talking about it. That's not gentleman. Like, that's not a gentleman thing to do. If you were in there, there's an understanding. We don't talk about it. And he's like, oh, I snuck in. I got in there. I just got in there. He's like, well, there's security. He's like, I snuck in right through them. He's like, well, there's no trespassing signs. You ignored those. There wasn't when I came there. They're there now. I'm like, yeah, no shit, buddy. This guy's fucking crazy. Like, have you heard this guy talk?
Well,
the
when
best.
they,
No wonder they put up signs after he snuck in.
when they asked him what he's doing there, he just said, I'm with the hillbillies. I'm with the hillbillies. And then they sent him to Bush's fucking area.
He honest to God, it's so bad because like in the opening ceremony they burn the effigy and he goes, they're burning human effigies, or he goes, they're burning effigies. Could be human for all we know.
Well, he actually didn't he compares. So there's a brochure, right? That's what they gave to everybody with their program. And he compares the fucking bottom of the bonfire. He says, well, that has to be a person because they're burning a person. And he's like, and anatomically that does not, line up with a human body because
That's not what he says.
Yeah,
He
well,
says,
no.
I've talked to people who are experts at anatomy. I've
Sorry,
talked to doctors.
not an adult
and
body, not an adult body. It lines
say
up with
that this is a small child.
exactly because you could see like there looks to be like a larger lump at the top, and then it kind of goes down, and everybody knows the babies
No.
are about 75% head.
Dude, you got it wrong. It's a fucking alien.
The hands are bigger.
No, it's an alien gray.
And then you look.
Oh, nailed it.
It's
shit.
an
You first.
alien gray. That's what they're fucking burning there.
That fucking music kind of sounds like the Ewok music. Aliens. But no, the best part of that whole brochure is in the far left corner, there's this like little stick man, and he's like, that's a demon. That's a demon there. And his hand, you can see, he's got a fucking dustpan, and his other hand, he's got a broom. And he's saving the ashes. Like, what the fuck are you talking about, man?
There's a little demon here. His name is JB.
Yeah,
It's just somebody's initial with like a stylized like little stick man around it, and he's
He's got a little dustpan here for sweeping up the ashes of the burned human bodies.
and it's like, okay,
saving him for later. Everybody knows that you save the body for later for the next seance.
Mix it with the cocaine.
You know what? Like,
it's like
you can't just say they're burning human bodies if you can't
and
see.
if you're Alex Jones,
You gotta
You
sell.
can do whatever the fuck you want, dude.
But you can't.
Yes,
you shouldn't
can.
be able to.
This was
You gotta
dude,
sell
this
these
was
DVDs.
2000. This was the Wild West of the internet. You could do whatever the fuck you wanted, and Alex Jones was taking full advantage of doing whatever the fuck he wanted. I can say whatever I want because I'm a source of news. I'm my own source, motherfucker.
This is before he was even a source of news, though.
Buddy,
He
you
was
gotta
just a fucking
sell
random
DVDs.
dude.
You gotta sell DVDs, and he knows what to do.
it's so great. And I think what my favorite part of the documentary is where he's like, they're going to they're going to infiltrate one of the other camps. And he's like, we made our first major mistake when we tried to infiltrate another camp where I forgot my fake name. And it's like, what? So wait, fuck, man. Like you went through all the trouble.
forgot my fake name, Joe.
To hire a guide. You drove all the way up here to get into this camp, and then you're gonna go and try to infiltrate a camp, and you don't have a foolproof plan. You're gonna forget your fake name.
Dan, cocaine is a hell of a drug.
Cocaine's a hell of a drug.
All right.
Listen, they're burning babies, Joe.
Hey Joe. I gotta go to the bathroom again.
Pig.
Three
babies.
times in 45 minutes. I gotta go to the bathroom again.
He's just like that whole documentary is just a whole bunch of weird. Like I
bunch
like
of
where they
awesome.
stop. There's a part where they stop off on like the side of the road, and he's like, we're in here in north of San Francisco, California, and he's like takes like a berry off the vine, and he's like, the fruits of nature.
He probably
Delicious.
sat for a
But
week
you don't see
after
me
that.
on my knees worshiping it, sacrificing to it. And I'm like, well, technically, I mean, farmers do that. I mean, really, like, but okay, Alex Jones.
Okay, let's just say that as a conspiracy-minded person, in my guaranteed, there's been shady stuff done there that has resulted in deals that are not favorable for the average citizen. Guaranteed, but doesn't mean they're not sacrificing a human. As far as
I don't think they're sacrificing humans. I mean, there was who's a guy that said he saw a child get executed in the forest, and he says police have never interviewed him. It was that, but I was like, it's that seems so far fetched to me of how easy people have just walked into this thing.
yeah, they're not. There's security. You can't just drive in. There's security at the gate, and you can't. No journalist can get through.
And it's a sheriff's office. It's not like it's just fucking the private. It's like the fucking actual sheriff's office. So that means like the local police are turning a blind eye to you burning kids.
Well, they get a nice fat donation.
I guess if you're going to go conspiracy, be like, okay, they pay off the sheriffs. Like, here's $1 million. It fully funds your precinct for the year. And they're
Here's
not
your pension fund.
Which no, it's not happening. But there is they do hire them. There is security. No journalist can go in and observe, and I get that.
But that makes sense. Because if you were a public figure, would you want fucking New York Times coming in watching you get fucking loose chugging beer?
yeah, dude.
Fucking
Weaving spiders
little
come
bit of
not
the
here,
fizzies.
boys.
Weaving spider, exactly.
Weaving spiders come not here.
So even just take out that they're rich.
Take down this quote. Zip. Pissing all over the
Dude.
place.
arch and piss.
How you like that, New York Times? Suck it, Washington Post.
The world is my toilet. Pretty much.
I want to go
My
to this
dick
place.
on the front page.
No, but dude, if this, let's just say, take out the rich and famous part, well known. If you, as like a free and open society, if you pay to go somewhere for privacy, you should have privacy, in my mind.
What's this any different than any other festival?
That's
you don't
what I
have
mean.
tickets, you don't get in.
You can't
Fuck
get in.
off.
You don't have tickets. You can't just go past security. Be like, well, I'm just a reporter. I'm gonna want to go see how many people are doing drugs. Like, well, you can't come in. So sorry.
I liken this to if we went to Burning Man and filmed them burning a human effigy and went, my God, they're burning a human effigy, these pagan, satanic Scientologists. And you know what? For all we know, there could be a human being burned in there as well.
I mean, this is
Like, well, that's-
far more successful
like-
than the Fire Festival.
You know what that is? That's Moloch. That's Moloch up there.
No, I get it though. I get why like you have all these super like hot. They're powerful people who go here. They're making world decisions, and I get why. Like, well, what are they talking about? Like, I don't know. Do you know what they're talking about at home?
No.
No.
Well, and that's the thing.
It's a private
people-
place, and I know why. Like in when I first heard about Bohemian Grove, I was like, those motherfuckers are in there sacrificing kids. Like, what the fuck are these people up to? Who the fuck are these guys, and why are they killing kids? Like, what? And then I looked a little more into it. I was like, okay, it's a rich man's fraternity once a year, and they go behave like fucking idiots.
Yeah, great.
And they probably are. They probably are. You probably
Work
have
hard,
like,
play hard, man.
dude. You probably have like CEOs of companies that are probably shouldn't be making business deals because that would be considered monopoly. And like, I'm sure that happens. Guaranteed. 100%. They're making deals that benefit themselves and not the common man. I'm not saying they don't do that. I'm
So
just
what
saying.
you're saying is these guys are trying to play Monopoly, and Alex Jones just comes up and flips the fucking board. He's done with it. That's it. Fuck this game.
Well, it's just Alex Jones, if you really wanted to convince us that they were sacrificing a child, you would have done. Okay, they've been filming high quality movies for a while. You could have got a better camera.
No, because then you would have seen how fucking bullshit it is. The guy's trying to make money.
Yeah.
Like, let's be honest.
I agree with Andrew. I 100% believe there is a little bit of, if not a lot of, mental illness going on there, and he panders to a very certain audience.
Yeah,
I will say that he is very good at, because he is a good radio personality, not morally, but like in the sense that
a character
is character wise,
amazing.
like he is able to assert facts, he's able to assert information, like he can just say stuff and
So
it sounds like it's
confidently.
right.
It's amazing.
Right? Yeah, and what he does, like when you hear him talk, now this has become like just a podcast about Alex Jones, but like the way he talks is like he'll weave in stuff that's kind of like, oh yeah, that yeah, maybe.
Hey, listen.
like that part makes sense. All the stuff you said before is all crazy, but that's
They're eating babies.
technically right,
Well, and
but
They're eating babies.
There's
not
no
that part.
getting around this topic without talking about Alex Jones, because
really the only
literally
source.
everything that's the conspiracy side of Bohemian Grove comes from Alex Jones.
yeah,
Like anything, everything else there's nothing to it
yeah.
except Alex Jones. Like all the fucking baby burning, the plotting, the corrupt, the pagan, the Scientology rituals, fucking all this shit. That's all that Alex Jones documentary.
None of it has supporting documentation. There's no corroboration. There's nothing. It's just Alex Jones saying, "This is a demon. Looks like a demon, and it is a Babylonian demon that Moloch, and is a Babylonian bull god, of which there was a god of war and fire and child sacrifice." I'm like, well, yes, that is technically true. There is a god Moloch that was worshipped at some point in Babylonian things, and there may or may not have been, evidence of child sacrifice, but that's not what this is. Like you could say anything, like a statue, like Braden was saying. Yeah, there's a statue of a bull in Wall Street, but that doesn't mean they all worship Moloch.
Yeah, dude, honestly, okay, to me, Dan, if Alex Jones was in New York Wall Street and he was like, "Look at that bull, that's Moloch," I'd be like, well, okay.
There is some
It's
strange
a bull. It's a bull, right? Okay, I can make that connection. But when you're like, "That's an owl," and you're like, "That's Moloch," it's Moloch. I'm like, there's not even the same animal.
Here's
man.
the problem.
And he even
same animal.
The problem
he goes
is
at length to say that it's a 70-foot stone statue of an owl. Like he goes to multiple people and he says, "What if I were to tell you that there's a 70-foot tall stone statue of an owl?"
the problem
In
is
this place that they all worship, and da da da. And I'm like, okay, well, you said it was an owl.
He just
you know
read-
what I'd say, Dan? I'd say that's fucking owl, man.
No, it's Night Owl. The problem is he just read Watchmen. He got Night Owl's enemy, Moloch the Mystic, confused. He's got it all confused. That's all it is. That's it. I get it. I understand. It all makes sense.
Yeah, all of this kind of mythos and the stuff that surrounds it. Yeah, before I had gone into this, I'd heard of Bohemian Grove. I'd heard of the Moloch. I've seen the pictures of the statue and stuff like that. And then you look into it, you're like, all this stuff comes from just the Alex Jones thing.
I will say this: if we did this as podcast number 4 or 5,
dude, they're killing everybody. They're murdering.
this would have been a completely different podcast. But after like doing all the research on everything else and then looking into this, and I'm like, quickly like, all right, well, who's Moloch? Let me look up Moloch. I'm like, well, Moloch's not a fucking owl.
Well, that's what bums
He's not
me.
an owl.
It bums
It
me out.
ends right there.
Because I've heard
He's
Joe
never
Rogan.
been an owl.
I've heard Joe Rogan talk about this so many times, and this is why he kind of gives Alex Jones a little bit of credibility. He's like, well, this one time Alex Jones did completely bust open Bohemian Grove, and you know what I mean, got everything all. And then I'm like, okay, cool. Like that's why I suggested we do this podcast. Is like I know something fucking shady's going on, And then when I finally read into it, I'm like, what the fuck? It's all his other bullshit. Like, it's so.
Well, that's like a half truth, right? He did break in and he did film it and he did show people that what they're doing there is fucking weird fraternity stuff. He did show that. But then he goes farther and says that they must be sacrificing a child because this thing it was wrapped up, it looked like a child. Yeah, but you don't know that at all. And that's a far jump. You're jumping. Yeah, you're leaping.
He
far.
just says stuff, and it's just like, yeah, okay,
it's
like
great.
Just goes, and
so funny.
Andrew loves him and wishes he was his dad.
I do. He could be,
dude. He's a character. I would listen if I try to listen to Alex. He's not good on his own. I don't like listening. I used to listen to his podcast a few times when I first got into conspiracies. I was like, what the fuck? Because he just goes off like 4 hours, and you're like, I can't keep up. But you bring him in as a fucking like a color person for a 20-minute segment, and he's screaming.
He's amazing.
That's amazing.
That's
an amazing character.
Dude, when he was on Rogan, that was the best podcast I've ever listened to. I've
dude,
never laughed so hard
funny.
in my entire 32 years of being alive.
Dude, I was splitting my side.
He's fucking amazing.
Because he's crazy, dude.
Boho Grove, man. It's just a bunch of rich white guys
Boho
hanging out.
Groove.
And the thing is, it's like, I want to believe that it's dying out. Like, it's something that's not, I'm probably wrong, but
I think you are wrong because I think there's more of a need for it nowadays. I think that there's more of a need for you to have a private place to go fucking crazy.
Yeah, now it's going to become just a fucking giant safe space.
Totally.
But
'cause
here's the thing.
That's
here's
what
the
it
thing.
is.
Yeah, 100%. But I think because of all the negativity surrounding it now, they probably move it. They probably go somewhere else.
No, they're still go there every year. That's that you're thinking of the Bilderberg Group, which is a meeting of the minds of the world, which dictate global policy, and
There's
that
some
is
shady shit.
And that
Well,
is different. That's way different.
There are lectures that do go on during the Bohemian Grove. They call them the Lakeside Chats, and apparently those are kind of highly, that's a highly coveted kind of presentations, like spots, like people going in there to, I think they had at least I read at least like one 5-star admiral in there went and gave a whole lecture on why we need the B-2 bomber,
Right.
Why that needs to be funded, why that needs to happen, why we need it. And yeah, if you get a lot of rich people together and they've got the capital to do something about certain issues, like they should be able to talk about it in a kind of like, I feel like it's necessary at least to have them be able to talk in kind of a relaxed atmosphere and just kind of like bounce ideas off each other. It doesn't, you don't need to have like a 60-page dissertation about what you want to do, but just like bounce ideas and be like, hey, maybe we could try this. Hey, that's a good idea. Maybe whatever. And then get a little drunk and then be like, usually you get a little creative after like a glass, at least one gin fizzy. After 7, I don't know where it goes from there, but
So Zell,
Yes.
just to make it clear, I'm definitely not allowed to watch football during podcasts, but you can order pizzas, eh?
Yes, I can.
All right, good. I'll just make that clear. Good. Oh, yeah, no big deal.
Fucking
Yeah, there we
called
go.
out.
Yeah, good.
Well, you know what? Here's
How'd
the
you
thing,
see that?
Andrew, you can't drop further from 4th.
It's true.
Yes, I'm
That's
at the
true.
bottom. I'm at the bottom. I'm shopping on Amazon.
When you're fucking rock bottom, there's not much, right?
much left to
He's
do.
at rock bottom.
You know what sucked about that?
Nothing left for him.
You know what sucked about
nah,
that?
man, he's trying to frack his way to the bottom, like frack his way to like negative
Fracture my
numbers.
way down. You know what sucks about trying to order that pizza is that it didn't work. So it's a waste of time.
Oh, that sucks.
As I forward it right at the end of the show, it'll be here by the time everyone leaves. But now it's nothing. Now I got to eat a veggie burger.
All right, let's go. Final thoughts on Boho Grow.
Well, I get why people think it's crazy. And it is fucking weird. Don't get me wrong. It's a fucking weird thing to go there with a bunch of rich people and do some frat shit. It's just a weird thing. And I get why you know what? It's fucking weird. In my mind, it's just a weird thing, but besides the Alex Jones video and a couple other like anecdotal things, there's nothing else to really pull me down a big conspiracy road. Though I'm sure stuff has happened and side door deals have happened, but there's no evidence. I don't know. It's hard. It's a hard one.
It basically comes down to my favorite lyric from fucking It's Business Time. Team building exercises 99. That's all it is. That's it. And if you don't get that reference, you need to watch Flight of Conchords because it's fucking great.
I haven't watched that in a long
So fucking good.
time.
So fucking good. That's all it is. It's a bunch of fucking rich ass people.
If
It's
we're
networking.
on Flight of Conchords, then what comes to mind when I think of Boho Grove? I just think of too many dicks on the dance floor. Too many dicks.
Too many dicks.
Too many dicks on the dance floor. Too many dicks. That's why
Too
my
many
favorite
dicks
thing.
on the dance floor.
That's why my favorite thing is everybody always tries to tie Bill Clinton into one of these, and
Oh,
it's like, dude, if
here
there's
we
no
go.
women there,
Billy Boy's not there.
Billy's not coming.
Well, he's you
Slick
know where he
Willie
is. He's in the
ain't gonna
hotel with
be
the
there.
loose women. That's where he's
Yeah,
at.
he goes. He
Did
goes.
you call him Stiff Willie?
Slick Willie.
Slick Willie.
That's what they call him. That's his actual name. They call him Slick Willie.
Who calls him that?
Oh man, I gotta piss.
Like they called him Slick Willie for like a long time when he was like when he was a governor and all that. Yeah, they call him Slick Willie.
All right. Who hasn't? Braden. Last thoughts on Boho.
You know what though? Like, here's what I think. If we ever hold a camp out, which we've talked about, like a Bigfoot camp out or something, 100% we would do some weird shit to make it like memorable and fun. And what's going on here? I see Andrew putting clothes on.
He's really got to pee. He's
gotta
really
pee
got to
so
pee.
fucking bad.
He's got to pee real bad.
Don't stand up. You're on camera. There's we would do weird shit, like make it memorable. Like, I could see us reciting some fucking weird play and shit, like doing weird shit now, like based on this. So it's like, I don't think it's that. I think it's people cutting loose, and I think it's like the fraternity atmosphere, and you have all this money, and you're like, fuck it, let's be weird, let's fucking cut loose, let's get weird, let's have a good time, let's have some fucking gin fizzies, and
I like that
have a
term.
grand old time. So, like, I think is that now, are these titans of industry, captains of industries, don't spiders weave no webs?
Fuck
Are
that.
they not
Fuck
having
that.
a couple of gin fizzies and being like, hey, you and I need to talk about a merger later? Like, you know what we should talk about? That's a good idea. We've been putting it off. Let's work. Let's fucking work together after this weekend. Yeah. Okay. Perfect.
Yeah.
100%. Those conversations are going on. And if anyone thinks they're not, they're crazy.
Yeah.
But are they fucking burning kids in the middle of California while protesters are fucking on the outside and cops are guarding it? I know. I just can't fucking believe that.
No.
I don't want to believe that.
Well, I don't want
It
to
doesn't
believe
make
it.
any fucking sense.
If Alex Jones' video was a little more detailed and it showed something that did look like a human body wrapped in a cloth, I'd be like, well, that's fucking weird. But you can't see anything. The music's creepy, but you can't see anything.
Oh, how about the laughing too? The laughing spooked
yeah,
me.
the laughing
fuck out.
it's a creepy fucking video. Like 100%. But
It's a hard watch. It is a hard watch.
if
for
you
2
have
hours.
2 hours and you want to get through the whole thing, like suggestion
god-awful.
or quick suggestion is do at least 200 milligram edible and just
Sleep through the whole thing.
go to sleep.
That's the only way.
All right. Well, that's it. Boho Grove. Case closed.
All right.
It's fucking weird.
Well, in that case, why don't we get into a little space nudes?
Space nudes. Oh, space news. I think we got to talk about the Dragon, the Crew Dragon spacecraft.
That
One
was fucking awesome.
does its pretty much its last or almost last hurdle, but before a manned crewed mission. So they tested it off the Falcon 9 rocket, and they tested the emergency abort procedure, which then the Crew Dragon capsule launches off the rocket before the rocket explodes shortly after, and then parachutes back down to Earth, and it passed. So one step closer. I think all they have to test now is just parachutes, a couple parachute tests, and it's ready. Musk says end of February, early March, but he's always a little jumping the gun. So this next year for sure, I think we're going Crew Dragon spacecraft or space capsule on a Falcon 9 rocket 2 for the first time. I think it is the first time ever that a private rocket is taking a manned mission to the ISS.
Yeah.
Like, how rad is the name Super Draco Thrusters? Like, that's the name of the thrusters on the rocket. Like, that's fucking metal.
There, it sounds like an entire fucking male fucking stripper name. Right, like a bunch of them. It's all of them. Draco Thruster.
Super Draco. Bow, 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 bow.
Those thrusters aren't on the rocket. They're on the spacecraft to get away from the rocket. I'm pretty sure.
That's Andrew's porn name's Draco Thruster.
Actually, no. If you do it properly, like your first street name and your first dog's name, it would be Taj Hollywood.
That's how people find out
fucking name.
That's how people find your internet password.
What's how do you do it?
Your first dog.
Okay.
Your first animal and your street name. Your street name is your last name. Your animal is your first name.
My last name, like my last name right now, or like
your first name is the name of your first animal,
Aussie,
and your last name is your first street name.
What's my street name?
The first street
Tasha
name, like wherever you
Caledonia.
lived. What's your name?
Tasha Caledonia.
Mine would be Ozzy Salome.
Yeah, that's awesome. It sounds like a fucking that's a Jewish lawyer's name.
Yeah, definitely not Jewish. Yeah, it does.
100%.
Salome.
You know that's how they get your security question answers, right? Now everybody knows you got to go change your security question.
I
answers,
never
like
thought
right now.
that. That's
Yeah.
fucking wild.
Yeah. Any of those like, hey, this is your stripper name or this is your whatever porn name. It's like it's all 100%.
That's
answers to your
dude.
security question.
That's been your stripper
So
name
you might
from
want to
way
go
before
mind
internet.
it.
questions if
Dude.
you've done that.
We were talking about that back in like elementary school.
I've never ever put any of those from my
Really?
passwords.
No, either have
I've
I.
had first
No,
pet
not
name,
your
but I
password.
never put my
Your
first.
security question.
Yeah, but I never picked that
security
shit
question
either.
is that-
I've never picked that for security questions either.
Yeah,
Dude,
maybe not
even
you.
I can get my security
Dude,
questions.
my
right.
security questions are way more obscure than that I don't even know them. Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't even
What's your mom's maiden name and where was she born? Like, I don't fucking know. I
My
asked
security question answers are the mood I feel when I answer them. I'm like, I'm going to be a cheeky motherfucker right now and make no sense to me down the road.
That sounds like something Tasha
I'm
Caledonia
not
would
helping
do.
out tomorrow me. Fuck tomorrow me.
Fuck future Braden.
yeah.
You mean Tasha?
This is Tasha Caledonia. This is
Okay.
my time to shine.
The only other piece of space news that I wanted to talk about is the U.S. Space Force nameplates introduced for camouflage uniforms.
Fuck yeah.
People are like, what are they going to need camouflage for in space? They're like, that's just, that's what they used to use for all, like, they're all the same. You're not going to be camouflaged on the fucking, on a
Space camo, buddy.
it's just normal digital camo, like normal digital army uniforms.
Should be like that galaxy print, like the pink and purple. Like it should be galaxy print.
It should be just like jet black, like as black as you could get. So like if you're on the spacecraft with your fucking helmet on, they can't see the outline of your body. So that
I can't
It should
see
look
him.
exactly like a stormtrooper. That's exactly what it should
it
look
should.
Oh, that would have been dope.
Right?
They're fucking full on fucking Empire gear.
I mean,
that would
like,
have been awesome.
camo would technically work if you're like on Endor, I guess, right?
But I guess so. But not now. You're like a landing force.
Yeah, that's true. You're in
I
Space
wish,
Force.
honestly, what I was hoping for when I saw it, and everyone was like, fucking should have been all black. Wah, I don't like the camo. Wah. I was like, they should have looked exactly like Starship Troopers.
Yeah.
That's the only, that's it. Rico.
Come on, you apes! You want to live forever?
Yeah, exactly. Those helmets, the like black t-shirts with fucking bulletproof vests.
God,
Such
I
a
would
good
go in for a
movie.
reboot of that movie so hard.
Oh,
Like,
it'd be great.
No, man, you can't redo that. That was gold.
You could reboot it, and I'd be like,
So
I'd be
good.
in.
It was
Like,
so
100%.
good.
I think I definitely think you could reboot that.
I hope not.
Yeah, 100%.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
I could do a sequel too. I'd be
A sequel.
I'd
Would
be
be
down with
well,
that, too.
there already is a sequel.
Well, I know there's a sequel.
There's a whole bunch of shitty
4,
sequels.
5 sequels if you include the CG ones. I had a TV show.
There's a TV show?
Yeah,
it's
Roughneck
bad.
Chronicles.
Oh, Jesus.
That was not bad.
Um,
What are you talking about? It's pretty good. I liked it.
Other space news: astronomers detect a burst of gravitational waves from the direction of Betelgeuse.
Beetlejuice.
Don't say it. How many times have we not learned our fucking lesson? Come on, that's 2 already.
No, we just can't say it a third
God
time.
Damn.
man.
Anyways, they're thinking this thing might go supernova sooner than later.
Beetlejuice?
Yeah.
Hey, do not say it another time. Do not say it. No! What are you doing? Stop.
Is he coming through?
You guys
You
are
can't do that.
animals.
Yeah,
coming through?
No, you said no. It has to. It's
Beetlejuice,
only one
Beetlejuice,
person.
Stop,
Beetlejuice.
Zelly. What are you trying to do here? There's already
Now you
enough
send it
demons in this
supernova.
fucking studio.
I'm trying to summon everything all the time. They come in
Jesus
here,
Christ.
infiltrate the studio.
Yeah.
Basically,
Last time I ever
if
played
this
that
thing
game.
goes supernova, it's going to be super bright in
Supernova.
our sky.
Supernova.
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 Champagne supernova.
So it's sending out gravitational waves. So people are theorizing that might be because it's about to go supernova as it pulsates and see what happens. It could end up being very bright in our sky. So that'd be cool.
I think it'd be only bright in our sky if you had a telescope. I don't think you actually see it naked eye.
If it went supernova, I think you would see it.
But you can go zoom in on other supernovas right now, and you can't see them in our sky.
Yeah, but it's because they're not as close as that which shall not be named.
Beetlejuice,
God
Beetlejuice,
damn it.
Beetlejuice.
I've said it twice. I only
Stop
said
it,
It's got
Zell.
no
Dude,
goddamn.
it's not
respect.
working. It's
Stop
not
it.
working at all. Anyways, well, I hope that would be sweet if it exploded and then in the sky you could actually like, oh shit, look at there it goes.
Boom.
Yeah.
You're never going to see it because Beetlejuice is going to come and fuck you up.
The guy in his fucking striped costume, get out of here.
Yeah, if it goes supernova. Michael
That's all I had
Keaton.
for space news.
Yeah, that's all.
Interesting. No auroras
Not
because I didn't look them up, so I don't
No
even know. If
auroras.
there could be some. I don't know.
could be. You know what? If you're listening to this right now, just go peek your head outside, and if you're north of at least 47, 48 degrees parallel, you might have a
Yeah,
chance to see
fucking
them.
look it up.
Yeah, well, if you're
Hashtag
relying on
look
this
up.
for fucking news, you got a problem.
Yeah.
Let's be honest. Like, fuck.
Why don't we do some 5-star reviews?
It's been a while since we did our 5-star
People
reviews.
saying nice
because we haven't had
things.
many 5-star
People
reviews.
still
in a while?
saying
Is
nice
that what
things
it
about
is?
us.
I
That's
think-
crazy.
Yeah, we haven't done these in a while.
We got a whole bunch of 1-stars.
Yeah, we do.
Let's do 5 1-stars.
No, because they all involve me. I don't want anything to do with that.
This is a 5-star review from Justin Barclay from Canada. Boy, get my Magnum. 5-star review. Boys, got to admit this, hands down, the dopest podcast out there. You've got me and my fiance hooked since we started listening. Shirt idea, silhouette of a man with his hand out staring at a UFO with the caption, "Boy, get my gun."
It's pretty good.
That is a good shirt
That's
idea.
pretty good.
That's a really
Someone
fucking
do that.
good.
Put that in now.
Yeah,
Make
we
that
want
a
that.
shirt.
UFO silhouette, a man silhouette with his arm out saying, "Boy, get my gun." I like it. That's
Boy,
a great.
get my gun.
That's
Justice
fucking
Barclay,
great.
that's a fucking.
That should be our new sign off. It's not keep your eyes on us, guys. It's boy,
Get my gun.
I must be high.
Oh, it's a good
5-star
one.
review from Sometimes I Probe Myself. If Eric Cartman, Adam Sandler, Joe Rogan, and Keemstar did a podcast talking about aliens, this would be it.
Who's who?
What is a Keemstar?
I
Yeah,
don't
what's
know who's
I don't
Keemstar.
know
Well,
who
I'm
Keemstar is, but
guessing I'm gonna look it
Doesn't
up.
matter. I'm Joe
Probably
Rogan.
Andrew.
I gotta be.
Braden's got
Right, you're Joe Rogan.
I'm Joe Rogan.
You're Alex Jones.
Oh, that's good too.
If Alex
baby
Jones
Joe.
and Joe Rogan had a baby, that'd be you.
Good.
Oh well, I don't know. It's hard to say who's who.
What do you mean?
well, no one,
Because Keemstar is like
no one's a no one's a comedian, so
that's
no one's Joe Rogan.
Wow.
Adam Sandler, no one's an actor.
Yeah.
so no one's Adam Sandler. Eric Cartman. We could all be Eric Cartman because we could all be cartoon characters.
I've never watched Keemstar, so I don't know.
Yeah.
He's a
I don't know what
YouTuber.
it is.
I don't know what it is.
all right.
He has a beard, so I assume it's me.
Zal, you want to read one more?
Oh, the only one I had up was that one, but let's go with that's a good 1-star. We'll read that on After Hours. So far, so good. I started listening a few weeks ago, and so far, I like the vibe. Keep up the good work. Also, Dan is my favorite.
Ooh.
From
Yeah, put your vote on the poll.
from David Jude Salvador from United States of America. America. Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's all we got
So
for today.
you got a theorite of the week?
Oh, I did. Guy off Instagram. New follower.
Whoa. Forget it. It goes to my boy Anthony Doyle for putting up the poll that finally got me the fucking credit that I goddamn deserve.
You don't deserve it.
The most popular
Nope.
theorist, this guy. Thank you, Anthony Doyle.
That is
Boy.
Everybody knows Facebook's full of savages.
And bots.
and bots. I blame at least 50% of your votes on Russian bots.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
At least.
If everyone's worried about the 2020 election, they don't need to worry about the 2020 theorite poll because it's legit, all above board.
Too legit.
Well, no.
Who's your theorite of the week?
Theorite, I'm going to give it to Angel Trable Garcia. New listener, sent us some great words of encouragement and praise on Instagram, and guy seems like a beauty. So welcome to the show. You are the theorite of the week. I have no band of the week though, and I'm not going to play one of my songs. I'm not getting greedy. So that's all. That's it for me. That's all I got today.
All right. Anything else? No?
But let's just go quick disclaimer. If you want to, we're now streaming the show live Mondays at 7:30 Pacific time. Right now we're all topless. So
So if you want to see more skin,
if you want to see some more skin,
skin it to win it.
get on YouTube. Search for Alien Theorist Theorizing. You can't miss it. And we're pretty much everywhere else. We check all our social media, though we do not. We try to respond to everything, but sometimes we miss one. But if you want to get a hold of us, that's it. If you want to support the show, it's patreon.com/Alien Theorist Podcast. We got a whole bunch of bonus stuff.
And if you donate enough, we'll put our shirts back on.
Yeah, that's if we get to 500 Patreon supporters.
Tier.
500 Patreon supporters, we will do the podcast with clothes on one more time.
Yeah. Yeah, I vote next podcast we Winnie the Pooh it.
I mean, you guys are wearing pants or?
Is that just no pants shirt only?
Yeah.
We stand up just above dick,
Yeah.
just below nips.
Yeah.
No face.
Little pig snouts.
No
All
face.
glutes
Pig
and
snouts
pig
everywhere.
snouts.
Anyways, that's
all
it.
right. Well, get on our Patreon. It helps us out. Couldn't do the show without you guys. Thank you so much. And as we always say at the end of these things, keep those eyes on the skies. Thanks, everyone.
Oh yeah.
The comfort of your favorite seat is now your comfy car selling command center, thanks to Carvana.
It doesn't get any better than this.
Your favorite seat's the best spot in the house. Make it even better by entering your license plate or VIN and getting a real offer in minutes.
There really is no place like home.
And speaking of home, Carvana will pick up your car from yours after you finalize your offer. Visit Carvana.com or download the app and sell your car from your comfy place. That's not just the sound of that first sip of Morning Joe. It's the sound of someone shopping for a car on Carvana from the comfort of home.
That's a good blend.
It's time to take it easy, like answering some easy questions to get pre-qualified for a car in minutes.
Talk about starting the morning right.
Just like customizing your terms so your car fits your budget. Visit Carvana.com or download the app to experience car shopping the way it should be. Convenient, comfortable. Ah,